Talk to me. Haven't slept at all. What were you doing last night? What was going on? Fill me in on it. Welcome in, everyone. Top of the day. It is now 4:38 in the morning. Already done my little morning run. Feeling good. Still continuing to grow. Working every day on living my purpose, being meaningful and productive with my behaviors. This is your motivation in the morning. This is your let's go, let's get it. This is your you got it, you can do it. This is your alarm clock. This is your experience as part of the experience. Black Moon, David Goggins motivation. Sure, you want to hashtag that? But what we're really talking about here is discipline. David Goggins put it really straightforward. It's not really about motivation. And the reason it's not about motivation is because motivation is fleeting, right? Motivation is a very short spark. A lot of people pay to go listen to someone motivate them for hours to sell them something. And then they come back. David Goggins said this, guys. You do it. He says, I see the same people every year at these conferences, 4 or 5 times a year, traveling, paying money, purchasing the programs, and they're still back. And it's like they don't get it. The bottom line is you have to get it. You have to do it. It's not about how many conferences you attend. It's not about how many names you know. It's not about how many people you can call. It's not about how much money you spend learning how to make money. It's about the behaviors that you implement. We know them. That's why this channel discusses discipline. 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 We talk about it repeatedly because we understand that the growth, the outcome, what we're looking for is not based on whether or not we pay more money for it. It's based on whether or not we're prepared to put in the work to get it done. Whether or not we're prepared to invest the discipline and the effort to do it. You know what to do. Like Black Moon already said it. You don't want too much fat around your heart? Start replacing your pork chops with something less fatty, with something more beneficial. Replace your pork chops with salmon. You still get fat, but it's gonna be a healthier form. Guys, it's not about whether or not we know what to do. It's not even about whether or not we have the ability or the access to do it. It's about will we do it? Will you do it? There's nothing standing between you and the floor. You want to start your workout, start your workout. One of the guys who I follow and watch on a pretty regular basis, Fable, he was talking about, hey, I want to start working out. Last night we were on the live stream and I'm like, hey man, just do 10 squats. As soon as you do 10 squats, you're no longer talking about, I'm going to start working out. You are working out. It is official. You have started working out. His heart rate got up. He was sweating, he was panting. He was like, your body is telling you you're working out. You're not starting to work out, you work out where you are. And for you, that workout, that challenge was a challenge. So you don't have to do 100 push-ups and 100 squats every day. Is 10 squats a challenge? Do you have to do modified push-ups? That's your workout. Let's start doing that every day. Let's just do 10 push-ups and 10 squats. Good morning, everyone. As always, as you check in, please do me a favor. Let me know where you're checking in from, what time of day it is where you are. I already finished my run. I'm going to go ahead and start an outdoor walk. So, what do we have on here, guys? I apologize. My glasses are a little foggy, so I might have some challenges reading. All right, Top Gun said he forgot to take his sleeping medicine last night. I don't want to chance it and take a double dose. Understood, that makes sense. That makes sense. You're working on something. Keep working on it. Roshan says, you can do it. I hope so. John Tyler says, that Z quote is drugs. Yep, that's why I had to do it. Uncle, there's Fable. Thank you for the wisdom yesterday. It's exactly what I needed. I don't know if you just heard me talking about you, buddy, but there's Fable. Last night, he started working out. It's what he does now. He has a workout program. Now it's just about repetition. How often are you going to continue to do that on a regular basis? It's just about continuing to do it. It doesn't have to have any guidelines right now. It doesn't have to have any growth. It doesn't have to have anything. Are you going to get up and do 10 squats and 10 push-ups a day? No excuses. Like, listen, that's a workout for me. Right now, I do 10 squats, 10 push-ups. It takes me 15 minutes to recover. Maybe 15 minutes from now, I'll do another 10 and 10. That's my 30-minute workout. I'm done. Like, that's getting started. And I'm going to tell you how that's what I mean about you have to slow down to speed up. Is because people believe getting started means starting at the top. Here is the top of my little hill, my little neighborhood. Let's take a look, guys. Y'all can see I'm pumped up. Y'all can see I've already done my run, so my energy is flowing. I'm gonna have to start walking so I can see, because standing still fogs up my glasses. All right, so what else do we have this morning? Robin, okay, thanks for your inspiration. I'm going to exercise. Let's go get it. Oh my goodness, people, that is my primary thing. If you are here this morning and you have something that you were going to do, if you needed a wake-up call, if you're waiting for someone to say, you can do it, now's your time, get up and go, you just heard it. You don't have to sit here for this entire thing. If what you needed was the encouragement and the voice to say, get up and go, you've heard it. Drop a piece in the chat, smash that thumbs up, and get to work. If it's studying, if it's in the middle of the day and you need to do something on the job, if it's late in the evening and you need to close out something before you go to bed, if it's early in the morning and you promised yourself that you were going to get up and get it done, drop peace signs in the chat, smash the like button, and go do it. You don't have to be here for this to get done the things you need to get done. You just need to go get it done. I'm not here to have you hang out and listen to me for a half an hour. I'm here to help get you started and get you motivated. I would like to make sure, I would rather have more people drop a peace sign, do a thumbs up, and go get started on their thing than I would to have more people in this chat. I'm not here for you to sit around and watch me and listen to me. I'm here for me to encourage you, to give you that spark of motivation that moves you into your discipline, to share with you the benefits and all of the things that come from understanding discipline and how discipline works, how it benefits you, how it benefits your goals, how it works towards all the things you want to see for yourself and your family. That's what I'm here to share with you guys. I'm not here to share with you things that require for you to give up on your morning. That's why we do here at 4. That's why I'm here at 4:30 in the morning. That's why we're here at 5 o'clock in the morning, because we want you to have this to start your day. We want you to have it to end your day. That's why we're reducing the time from an hour to 30 minutes, because this is the opportunity for you to get this message, this spark to carry you through the end of the day, to start off your day, and to get you motivated in your midday. Doesn't matter where you are and you're watching it from. Let's get it done, people. Let's get up and get it done. Reality. Why you so worried? Why you so worked up, bro? I'm always worked up. John Tyler, I've been using it for over, John, to respond to John about the sleeping medicine, SK. There's countless air molecules between me and the floor. Right, there's nothing between you and the floor. Stop it, SK. All those air molecules move. You should be stronger than all of those. There shouldn't be a single air molecule. Listen, that's the start of your workout. You start by air boxing. Knock out all the air molecules between you and the floor, because they standing in the way of your workout. Fable says, I was so hesitant to do those 10 squats, but as soon as he made me do them, I felt better, honestly, because you're doing it. Like, you're no longer talking about doing that thing. And that's what I mean when I say, hey, Let's slow down to speed up, because so many people are hesitant to start things because they're looking at the end and they believe they need to start with consistency. I keep saying it. You do not start with consistency. You start with repetition. You may not be able to do 10 squats and 10 push-ups the next day in a row because you haven't done them in a while, but do them. Get up, give them a shot. They may not look the best. They may not be what everybody says they need to look like. So what? You're working out. You've got to get there. You have to start. But we're looking for this space, and so many of us, one, don't start because we're starting at the end. We're like, I got all the answers. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to start. I know everything I need to know in order to win. I know everything I need to know in order to be successful. Now I just got to do it. That's it. Let me do all of these things that people have worked years on developing skills to be able to do on a regular basis. Do you understand? For professionals, they don't have any other job. When I was a personal trainer, I couldn't work another job and be a good personal trainer. I had to work in the gym. I couldn't work as a day clerk or an accountant or a banker, not to be a great personal trainer, not to build my clients and focus on their goals, not to maintain my own fitness, not to get the 3.5 hours of working out a day that I wanted to do, and also be there for clients in the morning before the day started and in the evening after most people's day ended, not and spend time with my family. See, it takes time to get there. You don't start out there. You start out with getting started. We have to slow down to speed up. Let's make sure we're doing the right thing for where we are. We're not all in the same place. Slow down. Stop trying to do David Goggins' workout. You just got up and ran for the first time. You're not doing a freaking double marathon next week. You haven't done a double lap around the block yet. Come on. Let's be real. Slow down to speed up. And let's just start doing it. We get started. Stop pressing yourself on, I need this outcome now. This is why people are out here right now financially talking about, what do I need to do in this current economy? What do I need to do to save myself? What do I need to do to keep from losing my house? How are tariffs? What do I need to do to prevent tariffs from, it doesn't matter. Tariffs aren't new. You should have done something 10 years ago. You should have made smarter decisions with your money a decade ago. You don't have a time machine. You can't go back a decade. So what are you going to do? You're going to make smarter decisions right now. You're going to start doing the same things. It's the same behaviors. You got a budget. You got to spend less money than you make. You have to understand that being able to get things done requires for you to take the action, requires for you being self-aware, being self-accountable, and being honest. If you're not going to be accountable and honest, then it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't, because you can lie to yourself and say it's somebody else's fault. I'm doing all the work. No, you're not. You're not doing all the work. You're still spending $175 a freaking month on takeout. $300 a month on takeout. Well, tariffs don't impact food prices. Of course they do. Why do you think the 69 cents freaking cheeseburger from McDonald's now costs $1.70? Why? Because it matters. It has an impact. Everything has an impact. But the decisions then are the same ones now. Don't keep saying that, oh, well, I didn't know. You do know. You're just not performing the behaviors. Slow down to speed up. Get started, but understand starting is so you can learn. Stop spending all your money. Start investing it so you can learn. You have to learn how to do it. FNL, God bless. Good morning. God bless you. 143 in Cali. Thank you for stopping in. This is, I cannot read that name. Everybody, somebody tell me if I'm saying, okay, Def. I think, oh, Def TV? Def 10? I don't know. Sometimes I chase women in the park at night. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop reading that comment right there. Deaf. That's not the getting started I'm talking about. Like, that's not the getting started I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, guys, very simply put, short and simple. Here's what it is we have to do now. We have to get started. But we have to get started with an understanding that the work we're going to do takes time. We don't start with consistency. We start with repetition. You don't start at a consistency level because you don't have the tools and the talent to be there. I'm going to use Fable as an example if he doesn't mind. Fable spent years learning how to play the guitar. So now the work that he needs to do on a guitar requires consistency, not repetition. He doesn't need to go in and practice his chords. He needs to get on his guitar on a consistent basis and build melodies and chord structure and write songs consistently. He needs to set aside a time. He needs to say, this is what I'm doing. He needs to tell everybody else, go away. This is my time, an hour a day, 2 hours every other day, whatever the time frame is, and be consistent because he already has the skill to be consistent. He's past the repetition. He's past the repetition point. He has to hold himself to a higher standard. But for fitness, he's not. He doesn't have the same experience with fitness. He doesn't have the same background with fitness. So he can't say, I'm going to go hard for 2 hours every other day with fitness because I know all of the exercises. I know the perfect form. I know the timing. I know the workout. I know the diet. He doesn't know those things. So he needs to get started. Let me do push-ups and squats and let me learn. If I'm going to spend 30 minutes a day on fitness, I know I can only work out for about 10 of those minutes. The remainder of that time, I'm going to be learning. I'm going to be studying the correct form for a push-up, the correct form for squats, the correct form for planks. Do planks help? What do they benefit? What other modifications are there for squats? That's the slow down spot. He gets started because he has to, but to grow faster, he has to learn more about what it is he's doing. Those are two different levels. Those are two different levels of work. He is working on his fitness at a repetition level. That means that you have to do it and just show up. That's all. Just show up and do it. Let's learn. Let's figure it out. You don't have to be the best. Like, show up, do your squats. Am I doing it right? Let me try to change my form. Let me see if this helps. Let me see if the timing is better. Let me figure out what a squat's supposed to look like. Let me figure out what a push-up is supposed to look like. Let me figure out what a crunch, what's the difference between a crunch and a reverse crunch. I don't need anything for these but my body and fight the air molecules to get to the floor and get it done. That is working with repetition. This is important, people, because the rich know this already. The rich go into things and they're like, I don't have to know everything that's involved, but I do have to get involved. I don't know everything about crypto. I don't, but I know that crypto is making money, so I need to learn. I know crypto is building wealth for people, so I need to learn. I need to figure it out. I don't know it right now. Look at Donald Trump. Donald Trump had no idea what cryptocurrency was. He was like, we need to be in it. I'm hearing people say we need to be in it. So if we're going to be in it, we're going to be the best at it. Let's get started. What does cryptocurrency mean? Yes, we are. What was Donald Trump's answer to what cryptocurrency was? He was like, hey, we're going to be number one. We're going to be the best. We're going to be the biggest and the baddest. That's it. This is what they know. I need to get started. I'll learn on the journey. I'll learn as I go. I can't be consistent with it yet. I can't talk to you about it consistently. I can't explain it consistently, but I know I need to get started. And on the trip, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to slow down. I'm not going to throw all my money in it, but I'm going to start to learn it. I'm going to start to invest in it. I'm going to start to understand it. Why? Because it has a value. Because the wealthy and the rich know for everything in life, you have to get started. But if you want to go fast, you have to go slow. That's why patience is paramount. Because when you're patient and you build the skill, when the consistency kicks in and motivation kicks in, this is why I call it the discipline dividend. When those things kick in, you get so much more return from what you do. You get so much more back from what you put into it. By spending years learning to play a guitar, now when you sit down, when Fable's down for 15 and 20 minutes, he gets so much more done. He knows how to change melodies, hits chords, doesn't have to look at his fingers. He gets so much more done than he did when he started, where he spent 15 minutes trying to make sure he could play scales correctly in one key. We're just talking about, can you play the scale of C? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Can you do that? 15 minutes just practicing that. This is what I mean about you have to slow down to speed up, people. Everything that we do is about progress and about growth. I want to thank you guys for being here this morning. I want to read a couple more of your comments. Who was laughing? Who was that who laughed at that? Don't be chasing people in the park, man. That's not funny. So, Fable, when he said get up and go, he didn't mean that. I did not mean that. I did not mean go chase people in the park. FNL, my issue is breaking out of depression into motivation. How do I start my health journey? Get started, FNL. I don't know if you're still in here, but your health journey just has to get started. You don't have to break out of depression and into motivation. Motivation is temporary. Depression is far more consistent a experience than motivation is. You cannot break depression with motivation. You have to break depression with discipline. You have to start to ask questions. Mr. Tahoe isn't in here this morning. I can tell you from my experience, depression is not something that you just wake up one day and it's gone. You will live with the experiences that have brought it on, but you've got to get started. Whatever it is you want to do, when you start doing that thing and that thing becomes more of your focus, then the depression, you'll start to see that those things will change. But it takes dedication, it takes discipline, and you have to start with just getting up and doing something. Get up and do your workout. Get up and do 10 squats right now, and you're started. It's that easy. Get up and do 10 squats right now, and you've started the process. You're no longer trying to start working out, you've just started working out. Fable, I never actually thought about how learning to guitar is comparable to learning anything else. It is. Everything that you have already been successful at required for you to show a level of discipline, depending on how long it took you, which means you got started, you did it over and over again, you had to be patient. Even if you were frustrated during the time that you were doing the process, you were still patient, and then you got consistent. You started to do it on a regular basis and regular intervals, and you started to see growth. And then once you got that part done, that built up the perseverance for you to understand, I can do it. The first time you played your first song from beginning to end, you were immediately in a space where you were like, I can do this. And the perseverance kicked in, and then you looked the next song and looked the next song. And from that point on, every song that you went to learn, everything that you went to play, every song that you went to write, but got exponentially easier from the previous one. Okay, guys, it's 5 o'clock. I'm getting out of here this morning. Thank you so much for being here. I want to say, remember, get started, slow down, and speed up. If you want to go faster there, remember, discipline, it has 4 pillars. Those 4 pillars are going to be repetition, patience, consistency, and perseverance. The first 3 work on the thing, the last one works on you. And as always, guys, thank you for being here. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so. There's a link in the chat. There's also a link in the bio on the page. There's also a studio build out that we're working on. If you would like to gift us anything, you can go to the page. Amazon registry is up. We need some items to kind of grow what we do in the channel and improve our processes. Every dollar that you donate will go directly towards that. So we appreciate all the channel, all the support. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share. I want you guys to have a wonderful day. And as always, keep showing up, keep blowing up, keep growing up. God bless. Take care, guys. Thank you very much, FNL.